I've been in the packaging business for over 35 years, and I can almost set my watch by it. Sales get soft, the room gets tense, and everybody says the same sentence I've heard in every single downturn of my entire career. We need another rep, maybe two. Get more feet on the street. I used to believe that, and I don't anymore. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly why, because almost nobody in the industry will say this out loud, but I will. Let's start with the money. And here's the thing. The money is not even the real issue. A good rep is a six-figure decision. Salary, benefits, a car, travel, and the year or more it takes before you even know if that hire worked. Most reps take 12 to 18 months to reach full productivity, and plenty never even get there. Then there's the recycled rep, and we all know them. The one who swears his book of business is going to follow him right through your door. It almost never does. The relationships are older than he admits. The buyer he keeps name-dropping left 3 jobs ago, and the new buyer has no idea who he or she is. So you spend a year or more and a couple $100,000 just to find out. That is a brutal bet. But like I said, that's not even the real problem. The real problem is that the ground the rep is standing on has fundamentally shifted. Every channel this industry has leaned on for the past 40 years broke, and they broke at roughly the exact same time. Cold email open rates have fallen by more than half in the last few years, and replies are in the single digits. Cold calling is functionally dead because you can barely get a decision maker on the phone in the first place. Trade show cost per qualified lead has roughly doubled, and most packaging companies cannot honestly calculate a return on Pack Expo or other packaging trade shows. Even search is slipping because AI now answers the buyer's question before he or she ever clicks on anything. Every one of these was working 5 years ago. Most were working 2 years ago. Adding a rep does not fix a broken channel. It just runs more activity through it. And this industry has spent decades mistaking activity for results. So what actually changed? One thing. The buyer moved, and I can almost tell you the year I felt it. The buyer stopped calling us first. He does his homework before he ever picks up the phone. He researches on his own. Now he's asking AI. And by the time he takes a meeting, he has already made most of the decision and narrowed it down to 1 or 2 names. Read that back because it changes everything. Your rep is not walking in to sell anymore. He's walking in to validate the decision that just got made without him, in a room he was never in the first place. The selling now happens earlier, upstream, in a place your rep cannot reach by working harder or making more cold calls. It's the research the buyer does alone, and your company is either present in that research or you're invisible. Now here's where our industry fools itself, and this part really matters. Specialized packaging is not bubble wrap. It's not a half a penny fight between 2 catalog distributors. This is throughput, yield, shelf life, fewer failures. It's the structure that protects the margin on every single unit you ship. You don't sell that off of a price sheet. You sell it with information, with samples, with real examples, trial runs on a real line, and above all of it, trust. Without trust, forget it. Nothing happens. And you don't build that kind of trust with a box of donuts and copier paper reorder. You just cannot. A buyer's not going to change the packaging that protects his product because a rep dropped off breakfast and asked if he needs anything else reordered. That is not how a high-stakes decision gets made anymore. That's how a low-stakes account gets serviced. So it wears on me to watch packaging companies count on an order taker rep to carry that particular message during the exact part of the decision that matters the most. Or worse, on a YouTube influencer or some service promising guaranteed meetings. None of that builds trust. None of it is there at 11 o'clock at night when the buyer is actually doing his research. So what works? It's almost boring once you say it out loud. Be there when the buyer is doing his homework. Build something honest and useful that he runs into before he has picked anyone in the categories you actually serve. It's not an ad, not a brochure, real knowledge given freely. The kind an AI engine will cite and a buyer will trust. That's how you earn a seat before the short list even gets made, instead of showing up after it's done. A rep is a cost that walks right out the door. Authority, especially with AI, is an asset that compounds. One leaves when he leaves. The other works every hour the buyer is researching, and it stays. If your sales are soft and the only plan on the table is another rep, do me a favor and look at this differently before you sign that offer letter. I wrote the full argument, the rep math, the broken channels, and exactly what to do instead. The link is right below the video. And if you want to see where you actually stand in AI search, there's a free AI Citation Visibility Audit down there as well. It takes about 20 minutes, and it tells you where you show up when a buyer asks AI who is the best supplier for your particular packaging specialized. If this hits home, please subscribe. This whole channel is about the shift happening in the packaging industry right now and how the buyer who moves first are going to own the next 10 years. I have more videos on exactly this, and I will see you in the next one. It was never about price. It was about being there when the buyer decides. Right now, almost nobody in the packaging industry is. That's the opening. And then the owners that move first are going to own their own category for the next 10 years. I hope this is helpful. Please forward. Thanks.